Hi friends, I hope you are doing good. If you can, get you a cup of tea or a hot drink, warm drink, whatever, and sit down with me and let's talk about slow living. Let's talk about if your life feels so busy and you don't know, maybe you don't know where to start. I'm going to give you some ideas to get you started. This is by no means, not by no means a all complete guide, but just to get you started. Because when we take little steps, as I've talked about before, just getting started is the most important thing, and then you can continue to grow that and live more of a slow life. Sorry, I'm trying to get comfortable in this chair. I'm trying to lean back and relax, but okay, I think that's better. Anyway, I want to start with in your car. I know a lot of y'all probably commute to work. I used to commute to work. Praise the Lord, I don't have to anymore. I'm still working for the same company, but we are now full-time remote, so I no longer have that commute. But for, gosh, at least 2 years in the past, I lived 15 miles from the office where I worked, and the traffic was so bad that it took me 30 to 45 minutes each way. So I know what it's like. I remember. It is windy. It is windy out here today. Anyway, I remember what it's like. So start there. So you've got this commute. You've got however long it takes you. Oh, by the way, this is chamomile tea again. I'm trying to drink chamomile tea every day because it's so good for stress. I hope y'all can hear me. It's so loud. It's so windy. Hoping it'll die down. Anyway, chamomile tea. I put a little bit of apple cider in it because I wanted to have more of a apple flavor, and then I put some honey and a little bit of stevia and monk fruit, so it's a little sweet. But anyway, so let's start in your car. You're in your commute. On your commute, it's probably very stressful. If it's anything like mine was, it's pretty stressful. So things you can do to kind of, what you're wanting to do with slow living is learn to focus on the moment and enjoy, or appreciate, not necessarily enjoy, but appreciate the current moment. And one way you can do that in your car is, one obvious thing is you can have some relaxing music or some comforting music, something that makes you feel good. It could be upbeat. It doesn't necessarily have to be like slow, but something that brings you joy, makes you feel good. Another idea is, you can listen to something on YouTube, your favorite YouTuber, you can put them on. What I like to do sometimes, I put on an audiobook when I've got a long drive. And this is not necessarily just for commutes, but anytime you're on a trip, or a car trip or something, put on an audiobook, and you can get audiobooks for free. You do not have to pay for a subscription to get audiobooks. There are 2 apps. One's called Libby and one's called Hoopla. And you can get those through your library. I don't know how widely available it is. I'm assuming it's available at all libraries in the US anyway. I don't know about other countries, but Hoopla and Libby. So look into those. Lots and lots of choices for audiobooks, whether you like fiction or nonfiction or whatever. And also ebooks are on there. You wouldn't want to read an ebook while you're driving, but for other times. And another thing you can do in the car is you can pray. I have had trips where, I spent most of the trip just talking to God And that's a wonderful way to slow down. You know, you're gonna just slow down. You're gonna make your commute something that you actually enjoy. So you might not be able to get rid of your commute, but you can make it more enjoyable. The next thing, when you're not in the car, when you're at home, is just try to start being in the present moment. And what do I mean by that? I mean, just ordinary things. Start trying to appreciate ordinary things, like you're making dinner. Think about the way things look. Think about sounds around you. Notice, like, use your 5 senses. Just start noticing things around you, appreciating that moment. And then when you're with somebody, maybe you're eating dinner, this will be my next one, but part of it is, getting rid of, don't let the cell phones be at the table, okay? Sit there and talk to your family, talk to whoever you're eating with, talk to them. If you're alone, pay attention to every bite you take and really savor those bites. Like, savor each bite. Think about the flavors. Just really enjoy that meal instead of having the TV on or whatever. Be in the moment. I think that's one of the hardest things about having a busy life is, well, I mean, actually this does go along with that. I'm sorry, I was thinking of another point. But yeah, just in general, reduce your amount of time on screens. TV, tablets, phones, all of that, video games. Just reduce it. Take a little bit of time each day just to sit and just live in that present moment of the real world, not the virtual world. Look around you and just notice your think about different things with your 5 senses that you can notice. And going along with that, appreciating nature. Get out in nature if you can. Go to a park or go in your yard if you have one. And then the last thing I'm going to suggest is, if you're very busy, and I know everybody has a different kind of lifestyle, so this is definitely, not everybody can do all of this, but I know I'm going to say slowly reduce the amount of activities you have to do, like that are outside of what, work and your obligations that you do have to do. I know last year, between driving my daughter to school and all the activities she had, it wore me out. I was just had constant anxiety, constant stress. This year, not so much. We've actually just started homeschooling, so now we're home more. We've kind of taken a break from the extracurricular activities just for this year. We're still doing, we're doing play dates. I'm actually working on an idea for an extracurricular activity that I think would be really good for her, but definitely not going to have too many like we did last year. So if you have kids, I know a lot of parents think that they need to have their kids in like 2 or 3 things, and then they've got multiple kids, and it's like every night they're running, and there's no time to take a breath and to notice what's around you. So I would say just start by gradually reducing activities. And this is my opinion about with kids, little side thing. I don't think it's good for kids to be constantly busy. I think, they're going to learn that they have to be that way in life, and they're not going to learn to stop and just appreciate the moment. And learn to be alone, and learn to have moments of silence and reflection. So I'm learning with a lot of these videos. I can't really get in depth with them, so I'm probably going to expand this one eventually and do separate videos about this. But this is just to get you started. I hope there's an idea that will inspire you to just take a breath, slow down. What is this life for if we're just constantly on the move and constantly focusing on the virtual world, or focusing on all these activities and just being busy? To me, that doesn't help us fulfill our purpose. And you know what I believe our purpose is to do good works. And I believe the best way to do that is to serve others, because in that way we're serving God. We are literally serving God when we serve others. So, I hope this has helped you. Let me know which one of those 3 you think you might start, that you could start today. I'm talking about today. Put one of these into practice. Which one do you think you would most likely be able to do? And I hope you can also find a way to serve someone and serve God and live your life on purpose. I'll see you next time. Bye.